Shout out to our Patreon subscribers. So, thank you to Tony, Starla, Luke, Jacob, Jeff, Adam, Chuck, Justin, Brian, Dusty, Alpha 80 Swag, Roland Rogans, and Kay. Our two newest members there so far, the Roland Rogans and Kay. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you to our Patreons for your continued support. We appreciate the hell out of you guys. But guys, we got episode 194 underway here. Just going to start it off with this past work week, and then we're going to jump right into our interview with, some of you guys know him as Hilly on the Go. You may have seen his name floating around on social media, but it is our interview with John Hillygus, past guest as well. I believe it was like 32. We mentioned it in the interview. I can't remember which episode it was. How long?
Yeah, it was early. It was in the 30s. It was in the 30s.
How
I
long
know
it's
that.
been since we've had him on here. But incredible interview with John. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Episode 194. Here we go. Ooh.
We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back, boom, drove off, left them right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car.
Wait, you got hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out in the road and he hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this very special cricket episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 194. If you hear the crickets in the background, it's on my end because I'm currently recording outside on my back deck. It is nighttime. I just got home from the city. I was down in the city with the boys. We'll get into that. And my folks are in town, so they're currently in the studio space that I have where we usually record, so I've been forced to come back outside. So, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Let's start off with introducing, your co-host down in West by Virginia.
Fuck.
Luke, how are you, buddy?
I could just say that the crickets are just, it was like, so basically to just say we were wanting to put an introduction to this episode and to just summarize it real quick because of scheduling and stuff, we were going to just do what we've, for any of the Patreons, and I think we've said it on episodes where we'll have phone call recordings from the road. And we've done a couple of those. I think we've done two, for podcast episodes. And the thing with it is that it's always, it's random. Like we're on, like that time I was sitting there tucked away on my break time, didn't think anybody would bother me. And that dude came up and started asking if I was lost or all that shit. I said to Dave, it's like our version of Kill Tony, because it's completely live and you have no idea what the fuck's going to happen. So just think of the crickets the crickets are just that's the way it would have been if we'd have been on the road. But I had said to Dave that you can't really hear them that bad. I said people would appreciate them because it's not drowning you out. So you're good.
I hope you guys don't hear the wind either. It's a little windy out here as well.
I don't hear the wind. I'll just say I didn't mean to interrupt you, but when you speak, you're good. Like you don't hear the crickets until, I don't even hear them as I'm talking. So until they're not bad, dude. I promise.
Good. You might hear a train though. The train tracks are like a quarter
mile
down the road.
That'll stick out. But I want to start. I do want to start off by saying, even though this is really going to be your story to tell, I just want to say as a side note, I'm mad at myself for not taking the Rangers. I should have bet on that game because, dude, I swear, Dave's kids, we're gonna leak. We're gonna have a lock. You know, how there's handicappers that sell picks. We're gonna just fucking. When you go to the
Yeah.
Mets, when you take Xander or Gray to the Mets game, we're gonna fucking. We're
We're
gonna
gonna
sell
hammer
the
the Mets.
date. We're gonna hammer the Mets, but we're gonna sell the date. If you want to know what date the game you're going
What
to,
date to?
just give us $20. No, but
Sure.
I swear I was sitting there thinking, I was like, but we spoke on their home record has been this season, so you know, stuff like that didn't. But damn, what a game! What a game for you guys to go to.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as my work week goes, it was pretty mundane. I'll just say, yeah, I ended up taking a layoff day. Didn't work a full week. I had a funny story to tell, and I'll go ahead and say I'll say this, and then I'll bring my 40-year-old virgin reference up later because I'm kind of excited to hear your story on this. But I wanted to say this because I was going to make a video about this, and I just haven't had the chance to. Anybody who follows me on the socials, my break times, I've been home a lot, and I just haven't been making videos, and I'm sorry, but I'm sharing it on here because it's I'm a dog lover. Come here and let me see you. It's pretty documented. I love dogs, and I was telling Dave about this, so he's aware of this. I don't think I've ever spoke of this dog on the podcast because I don't think I speak too many negative fucking stories of dogs too often of just
they're usually
asshole
positive for you.
fucking animals, just dickhead fucking animals, and not even so much to me. So I'm not going to give the name of this dog away just some chance to owners because I do like the owners, and their other two dogs are really friendly. But I will give the breeds. So just I would go to this house and they would have three dogs outside. They were two healers and a beagle or basset hound kind of looking dog, something like that. The one healer was blue, and that was the asshole, and the other one was a white and tan one, and just a fucking sweetheart of a dog. And when I would give treats to these dogs, especially that other healer, the fucking sweetheart one, that fucking blue healer would chomp his shit up so fast. He would maul. I'm talking attack that fucking dog. And he would attack the other dog too, but that fucking other healer was just like easy bait. And dude, I felt terrible and I quit giving bones. I hated this dog because I was like, this dog's such a fucking prick. This poor dog lives in fear, just cowering, fucking around. Like I used to bring like 6 treats to one just so that dog could eat one treat in fucking peace. Because if there was a crumb, dude, this dog was mauling it. So anyway, fast forward Christmas time, everything's over. I haven't seen the owners in a while, so guy stops me. Got a delivery for me. He's like, hey, just wanted to tell you, I got some bad news. And I said, oh, what? He said, we lost one of the dogs. I said, oh, no. I'm all saying, like, I'm so sorry you lost. And then he ends up telling me the name, and it's the name of the fucking asshole dog that I hate. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry you lost him, but I mean, I was like, like lit up. Like in my mind, I'm like, thank God it's that one. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, I can't wait to see these other two dogs be like, you guys won in life, man. You're finally fucking free. But yeah, that story went from me being really sad to being like, oh, this is wonderful. But I got to have someone. I had the shittiest poker face with the owner, and so yeah, that was my funny dog story of the week. But that's about it for me, man. Yeah, we had an Easter egg hunt, did some Easter early stuff today with the family,
Heck yeah.
going to my in-laws tomorrow. But go ahead, brother. Let's hear the
Heck yeah.
streak continuing.
No, I mean, so my week was absolutely fine. I ended up taking the overday because that's all they offer nowadays. But I ended up taking the overday on Wednesday because my folks came into town, and my folks are here till the Tuesday. So as this is getting released, my folks are leaving. So so I took the overday Wednesday, hung out here. My folks got in town around like noon, and so like I was saying, they took over the basement, the studio area that I have, where we usually record. So that's why I'm currently outside. But Today was absolutely just incredible, really. I mean, for those of you that know, I'm a huge Rangers fan, and the Rangers absolutely just suck this this year, and they're at the bottom of the league. They've already been eliminated from the playoffs, like absolutely just terrible, And so because of that, because of being terrible and sucking, ticket prices are low. And so I'm just like, and I've had my 7-year-old like, Dad, like, when are we gonna go to a Rangers game? Like, I want to go to Madison Square Garden, and there's not a better time to do it than now, honestly. And because ticket prices are so low, it's like, you know what? Let's plan this. Got my dad and got my folks in town. I got my dad in town. Let's do this. And so my wife and my mom ended up staying back. They ended up staying back at the house. So it was me, my dad, and my 2 boys, my 7-year-old and my 5-year-old. And we all took the train down to the city earlier this morning and went to the 12:30 Rangers versus Red Wings game down at Madison Square Garden. So it was their first time. Let me tell you something. I've never been to Madison Square Garden with a stroller before, but having a stroller at Madison Square Garden is fucking clutch. It's clutch. Yeah. You know why? Because you don't got to take the escalators. You take that fucking elevator right up with all the elderly people and their walkers. You know what I mean? You got, dude, it was incredible. Like, we got to take the elevators up and like all of that. So it was so clutch. And it was great. The guy, like the elevator guy, like there's someone sitting on a stool in the elevator that just goes up and down all day long. You know what I mean? And so this guy too, he was such an awesome dude. So like the elderly couple got off first, and they were on like the suite level. Of course, they had some Lexus suites there, and so they got off first on the suite level. We were going a little bit further, and the guy working the elevator was like, "How y'all doing tonight?" And we're like, "Oh, good." And he's looking at us and he goes, "Let me guess." He goes, 3 generations. And my dad absolutely just loved it. He was beaming. You know what I mean? He was like,
"Oh, I'm sure." Well, I mean, you two are stamps.
Yeah,
so that was hard. Xander,
and like,
great.
And like, right, and like that was one of my dad's like biggest things was like he even mentioned that before we even left was just like being able to have be there with 3 generations, and he even said that. Being there to see the hockey game with 3 generations of his name. And so when this guy said that, my dad started like beaming. He was like, yeah, it's my son. That's my son's kids. That's my 2 grandboys, and it's their first game here. And and of course the guy was like, oh, everybody was so nice that worked there at MSG. Yo, shout out to Madison Square Garden staff. I mean, like everybody there was just so great, so pleasant, and even the guy in the elevator was like, well, listen. If you go to section 321 to guest services, they'll give your boys, this is my first Rangers game certificate, and they'll have their name on it and everything. So, between periods, we went over there to the guest services. My kids got like their certificates. I say like, my first time at a Rangers game at Madison Square Garden, this date against this team. It's got their names on it. And so, like, those guys were great, too. Even just the other staff who was just walking around and everything, just very pleasant greeting. Hello, how are you guys? Do you guys need help with anything? Where are you guys sitting? Like, it was great. It was great. So it was awesome. Everybody had a great time. Obviously, the boys were just in awe of the place, obviously, because it's this huge arena. And for a little kid, that's gigantic as a 7 and a 5-year-old, and we got the bridge level seats. So like we were literally just sitting, like you're sitting down and you're staring like down because we're up high on the bridge, and it just overlooks the playing surface, which was absolutely just great. And it was absolutely fucking amazing. I wish I could pull it up. I should have shared the picture on my fucking laptop so that everybody could have saw, but I don't know if you'd be able to see it. But I mean, like, you can see the rinks just literally basically right below us.
Yeah, I can see it.
So it was It was absolutely incredible. Such a good time. Hey, the Rangers won. We got to sing the goal song 4 times. They scored 4 goals. There was a hat trick. The Rangers, young rookie Gabe Perreault scored a hat trick. We got to see the hat trick. There was a fucking
No
fight.
shit.
The boys got to see a fight. I mean, it was what you couldn't have asked for a better first game experience for, my kids, and just overall great day. So, with that being said, now we're going to take the train home. And I got a story about the train home. So we ended up taking the Metro North Railroad to New York City this morning. And that takes us from Poughkeepsie, New York, down to Grand Central Station. Now, Grand Central, it's about a 25 minute walk from Grand Central to Madison Square Garden through Manhattan. And and right at Madison Square Garden, right underneath Madison Square Garden, is Penn Station. Now, there are trains that go from Penn Station to Poughkeepsie, where our car is. Now, we didn't take it down because it would have been too much money, because that's the Amtrak. The Amtrak is way more expensive than the Metro North Railroad. And after the game, we're just like, do we really want to walk all the way back to Grand Central Station, or do we want to pay a little extra money and take the Amtrak home?
Right.
Because it's straight down, underground, under Madison Square Garden, hop on a train, go back. We said, fuck it. Let's take the Amtrak. And Xander, by this time now the kids were exhausted. They were so overstimulated.
Oh, dude.
And my Xander's like, I don't know if I can walk anymore. My right leg's killing me. I'm like, dude, you're 7. Like your right leg should not be killing you. Like, my back hurts, but so we ended up taking the Amtrak. The Amtrak, like I said, a little bit more money. So, and by a little bit more, I mean like double the price of what, like, it's like $40 a ticket for like one way.
So you're
Compared
expecting,
to like 20. Yeah, so I'm expecting a good decent ride back. So we get on the train, and we're sitting there, and everybody's coming down. Everyone's coming on the train and finding their seats, right? All of a sudden, dude, there's this group of 4 gets on the train. 3 dudes, 1 female, and they all had their Ranger jerseys on. They all just got out of the game too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, this woman couldn't probably fucking tell a shape of a square, triangle, circle. She probably didn't even know what 2 + 2 was. She was annihilated, bro. And those drinks are not cheap at Madison Square Garden. I don't know if they pre-gamed and then gamed and then post-gamed, but like, dude, she was fucking wrecked, bro. And they walk by us. This woman's like, dude, stumbling. Her boyfriend's like grabbing onto like her neck like a child and like trying to like keep her upright. And she's like bouncing off the fucking seats as she's trying to walk down the train aisle. Dude. So my kids, as kids do,
right.
We get 5 minutes, the train starts moving, and as kids do, they're like, I gotta go pee, and I'm like, fuck, of course, let's go check out the bathroom here. Let's go check out the bathroom on the train. Why not? Well, guess who's sitting up by the fucking by the bathrooms? This group of 4, right? And so we gotta walk past the group of 4 to get to the bathroom, right? I can see this woman. She's just like fucking passed out already. She's passed out, like, on the train ride home. All right? So that was my oldest that had to go. We go back, sit back down. About a half hour later, my youngest is like, I got to pee. I'm like, of course you do. Let's go. So I get up. I walk with them. I see the woman now trying to get up. And her boyfriend, husband, whoever it was, partner, is trying to, like, help her along and everything. And I'm like, oh, my God, like, she doesn't look so good, So I take Grant into the bathroom, shut the door, lock it. Right across is another bathroom. So there's 2 bathrooms right across from each other. Grant's there peeing. All of a sudden, I hear in the bathroom, and just like, I'm like, holy shit. And like, dude, like, I have bad hearing, and I still heard this. You know what I mean? And like, all I hear like that, and I'm like, oh my fuck, dude. I could not imagine being on the floor of those fucking bathrooms, bro. It smelled. It was just fucking disgusting. It was so bad. Just there's pee line, because the train's fucking moving,
yeah.
and you're trying to take a
Moving,
piss. It's like a
right.
fire hose sometimes, If you don't got your shit together, like, you're fucking spraying everywhere. Dude, this woman's probably on the floor. She's probably on the floor, probably fucking hair all, I can't, dude, and she's vomiting. And I get Grant out. I'm like, Grant, come on, buddy. Let's go sit back down quick. Like, no, I was like, don't look. Like, her boyfriend's standing in the doorway, like as she's on the floor. And I'm like, Grant, don't look. Go. Like, keep going, bud. It was terrible, bro. Terrible.
Well, he's what? Grant's 5.
That was just one little minus.
It's about the age you experience that. Yeah.
Right. That was just one little minus there.
I'm saying of drunk people at sporting events. I remember my first one.
Oh yeah, but like the other 3 dudes were fine. Like they were holding their shit together. You know what I mean? This woman was just.
Yeah, they probably
saw her get on. I was like, oof. And then I saw her fucking upchuck and everything, and then like we're like watching like down the aisle, and like I'm like watching her boyfriend sit down, get back up, check on her, sit down, get back up and check on her. She's just probably on the floor, passed out in the bathroom of this.
Dave's out there trying to. Oh yeah, dude. I can imagine moving because. Sporting events anyway, the bathrooms are just fucking terrible anyway. So on a train, it's moving from a thing like that. Just
and fuck. And like I was saying to my dad, and I was like, that cannot feel good, like after drinking like that, and you're sitting on a train, and this train's like sometimes it gets a little shaky, like your world's already fucking spinning. Like her world's already spinning because of how drunk she was. And now she's on a train that's actually pushing her back and forth. Dude, I'd be done. I'd be throwing up too.
Well, that's actually that's funny I can actually interject into my 40-year-old virgin reference from that because, I obviously, and I'll just say this real quick, of being that drunk I've been there so many times. I wasn't so much of a puker. I was more of a pants pisser, but that was when I'd be passed out. But I just wanted to say this but you guys, I mean, I will say this as far as your trip goes, that I know you wanted to experience, to be there with your dad and your sons and your kid, dude. Your kids just what's Xander now, like 4-0? Like, dude, at this point, I don't know. We've talked about it every game, and they just keep winning, and we just don't do it.
Like, 3 Mets games last year. 3 Mets games last year. We're 3-0 at Mets games. Now we're 1-0 at Rangers games. So,
when the Rangers had like the worst home record they've probably had since you and I have known each other, and I've actually kind of started following the Rangers some, and their home record was absolute dog shit. Yeah. And I told you, dude, I was like, dude, I just have this feeling, and that kid's luck, man, it sprinkles across all sports.
It's crazy.
Grant's just riding. Grant's what's he then? Is he like 2-0? Grant's he's undefeated 2 or 3.
Yeah, dude. No. Did he go to the other one?
He might be 3-0. I think he's been. I feel like he's been to 2 of those games.
I think he went to 2 of the Mets games.
Yeah, because you took Xander by himself, I think, if I remember the store or the time.
Oh no! You know what? He may have stayed with his Yaya.
That's right. I think he did say
birthday party.
He did.
For Xander's
yes.
birthday one when he
You're right. I remember you saying that. So yeah. So he's 2-0 then.
So he's 2-0, but still unreal. Unreal. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. What a time.
To have I know, right? Like I said, dude, we just keep talking about it. The next one, we got to pull the trigger, dude. It's like just fucking. It's like we're just trying not to make money off of this at this point. Now it's 4-0.
We're trying not to, but I feel like we need to.
I know, dude. Every fucking when we said it after he did the first one, every
So
fucking game,
wild.
dude. Every time he went, it's been brought up that kid's luck, and it just keeps winning.
I know, dude.
They
so wild.
to have and to have it. I'll say with the 40-year-old virgin thing because of the drunken Rangers fan about being fucked up. So I was falling asleep the other night, and on Netflix when stuff's leaving, it'll have it's leaving soon. Or
Yeah.
this could have been on HBO Max. I don't know. You know how it is streaming services. You got fucking one, you got many. But so 40-year-old virgin was on there, and I decided to watch that fucking just because I hadn't seen it in forever. And when 40, it said it came out in 2005. So I turned 21 in December of that year. So I was probably like 20 whenever it came out. Yeah. And so I was a young man. And dude, there is a scene in the beginning of the movie with Seth Rogen and Steve Carell when they're talking about their weekends, and Seth Rogen's talking about all the shit they did, and getting fucked up and going to this, doing all this stuff.
Yep.
And Steve Carell talks about wanting to make I think it was egg salad or tuna salad or fucking something, and he was like, so I went and got some mayonnaise and boiled some eggs, and he's just talking about making tuna salad and fucking saying it. And Seth Rogen's obviously sitting there like, yeah, that's cool, man. That's awesome that he gives like the thing behind his back. And I was laughed so hard because I was like, dude, it's like, God, I've totally turned into Steve Carell. Because I was like, when this movie came out, I would have laughed so hard at this. And now I'm like, dude, that's about almost what a weekend can consist of. I was like, I didn't make egg salad today, but I did hunt a lot of Easter eggs and had a lot of fun doing it.
Hell
but
yeah.
I was just thinking, I was like, dude, of the getting fucked up part. I was like, God damn, if I was as fucked drunk as that woman was, I would be hungover for a week. I'd be done. I couldn't, dude. It's been so long. But yeah, that was a 40-year-old virgin thing I had to do. That literally was last night. I realized it because it was Friday night when I was nodding off. So I wanted to throw that in there. Little getting old reference. A movie when it's 21 years old and you see it you hadn't seen for a while and you think, holy shit.
Right.
It hit like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
It was fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. It was good. Everything, yeah. Yeah, man. It's good. So. But anyways, I think... Are you good? You got anything else here, buddy?
I'm good. No, man. I think just to have people get ready, John's episode it's a good one. It's an emotional one. So just be, it's a good episode. I'm really glad. I'm so glad that he that of how it went and what he wanted to get into, and I'm so glad that we were able to have him. Aside from recording this episode and stuff, just getting to meet him and being able to be there, and just another special moment of somebody of a connection that we've met from this podcast.
So long ago.
Hope to see him again. And fucking literally 2021. It's 5 years. It's been five fucking years.
I know, and now he's retired.
It was March of 2021. Yeah,
and living his life. But here I'll show you that there, because we are currently on YouTube. So John Hilligus
nice.
is watching. So
John Hilligus, God bless you, brother. I didn't even realize we were live. I should have noticed that. I see the chat bubble
until I started the chat. Until I started seeing the chat, I was like, oh shit, we're live. Look at that. Completely forgot. We're all out of sorts. Like I said, I'm outside. It's the first time we set shit back up since we met up.
Oh, so dude.
I'm still trying to get everything together.
I'm about to go to bed probably when this is over. I'm fucking, dude, I had a rough, one thing I didn't say about the week, the very end of it, I had a very, very lack sleep schedule, but that happens sometimes.
I'm glad we were able to do this tonight and not last night. So this is a little bit.
Yeah, for sure, man. I was done last night too. Trust me.
And I wouldn't have had that story to tell about the woman and just the day that it had. So, but anyways, guys, we're gonna get into John Hilligus's interview when we were all together for the meetup. So everybody on YouTube, we're signing off. Thanks for coming on and hanging out for a little bit, guys. Here is
Absolutely.
our interview with John Hilligus. Later, everybody.
Later, everybody. Absolutely.